So we're also going to talk about how we can actually pin apps on our screen using any of our, whether it's Radar, Echo, or Mercury on our activity bar. So if we come in and we're in our chart screen here, we can actually come in, bring up our activity bar by hitting the activity bar button here up in the upper right hand corner, and we can actually pin any of these apps. What does pinning the app allow us to do? It basically saves it to the activity bar so that it's always there. So if we come in here and we want to pin chart, we hit pin and we click and drag that up to the top part there. We can also pin our split screen that we made earlier, and we can also pin our radar. And we have the ability to pin up to 4 applications, so we're also going to pin our Mercury. One cool thing about the activity bar is that now we can come in and we can choose any of these in a real quick instance where we don't have to get out of the main screen. So we just hit our activity bar, and now I can go into radar. Or I can come back in, hit the activity bar, and I can come into our Mercury page. Vice versa, go back to chart. One thing to note on here, whatever is pinned as your first app, that is now your default app when the unit power is on. So in this instance, for my NSS 416, I always have my chart pinned as my first app. That way when the unit power is on, I immediately come to my chart. On other units I may have sonar, on another unit I may have my Mercury gauges, so on and so forth. So that's how we're going to pin apps. That's also how you're going to create the default app to when you come to the initial power up on your screen. So on the left-hand side, we have our integration bar. It allows me to swipe that open and allows me to see all my integration apps that are presently here to be controlled. Right now I have Mercury through my SmartCraft Connect. I have my Autopilot app that allows me to change my headings and bearings. I have my audio app now that's integrated through the stereo system, so I can control Sirius there, I can control my AM, FM, and Bluetooth. And then I also have my switches here for my digital switching from C-Zone. That's the integration app. Quickly can hide it, swiping left as well.